But then we get into this, and I'm with you. But I'm just trying to be right now in the shoes of the average person who's not on crypto yet. And they hear crypto and they associate with Ponzi scheme. It's a fraud. It's going to zero. It's backed by nothing. Then 22 happens. There are black swans. There's FTX or whatever happens to happen. And they're afraid. How can we in this space be better to onboard more people and let them understand the big picture you're trying to do right now?
So when you were in a frontier, go back to the United States in the 1800s, there were cowboys.
Yeah.
There were bank robbers. There was all sorts of crazy people. Everybody was fighting over the land. The Mexicans, the Spanish, the English, the French.
Then the gold rush happened and it was nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
What you have is a lawless society that's learning to organize. It ends up becoming the United States of America. So when there's massive opportunities, it brings all sorts of players.
Right.
Like the internet did. From the Nigerian prince scam to Google. They all exist. And over time, the authentic businesses build scale and people get to understand them. But in the early stage, you don't really know. So it's a feature of an early stage market, of a frontier. So what you're saying is, okay, well, we do have easy ways here. Is Bitcoin. You don't rely on anybody. It's this asset that's global, that's homogenous, that's available to everybody, that you can buy from your mobile phone, that cannot be destroyed, cannot be intervened by anybody. It's yours. Okay, well, that's an easy bet. I'm not now relying on a scam or anything else. There's no Ponzi. It just is. And then we look at Ethereum. Well, Ethereum's like this supercomputer of this new internet that allows you to have contracts online. Smart contracts. That's what makes Ethereum. So then you can do all sorts of clever stuff, whether it's from tickets to agreements to whatever. Human society is organized by contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So then what's the probability of scammed at the token level? 0. These are huge, distributed, multi-million people networks.
Speaking of Ethereum and Bitcoin.
Yeah. And Solana and many of the big ones.
By market cap, the top ones, kind of like the same.
Where people lose their minds is they want to get rich quick.
Chasing the next meme coin, the next big thing.
Well, because people suddenly start to say, oh my God, I don't need to be trapped in the world of 10% a year in the stock market.
Right.
I've now been given this 100% a year, and then you become greedy. All you see is, I could make 1,000% or 10,000%. And then you do stupid shit. And that's when you get scammed. Because now you're exposing yourself away from the simple bets of investing in the technology layer, so now you're investing in the applications layer. And that's when businesses are starting, who's building what, it's a meme coin, it's a DeFi protocol, it's all of these things.
ICOs back in 2017,
and
2018.
then you've got to ask yourself, are you qualified to be a venture capital investor, early stage? Are you doing the due diligence?
Taking the risk as well.
Taking the risk.
Yeah.
Right. They all are a power law. And so what that means is most of their bets go to somewhere near 0. Or let's say 20% go to 0, 50% don't do anything, and 10% make all the money. Now, are you qualified to do that? No, then don't do it. You don't have to do that bet when the assets are growing at 150% a year at the base asset, Bitcoin or Ethereum. You don't need to buy NFTs. You don't need to buy meme coins. You don't need to do any of these things. That's the really hard thing is the system sucks you into greed if you're not careful, and it's unnecessary.
Gracias por ver este podcast. Si es que te gustó, dale like y suscríbete al canal, así sabes cuando suban nuevos episodios. Aquí te dejo otro podcast que seguramente te va a gustar, y si quieres irte de largo, un playlist con todos los episodios de Acción Podcast. Que estés bien, nos vemos la próxima. Chao, chao.